Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. Let's get started. You ready to get started?
Let's do it. Kick
All
us off.
right, everybody. This is welcome to season one, episode one of the Virginia Tech football show. Here on the Virginia Tech, I'm here, host Kate Wilkerson.
Hey.
I got let everybody know some sad news. Our friend Caleb Farley, current Tennessee Titans, keeping in your prayers because he lost his father. It ain't the first time. 2018, he lost his mother.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember that. He's still with the Titans right now.
As far as I know.
Okay, yeah. I'm in your prayers, y'all.
Anyway, we got some breaking news. 3-star small forward Tyler Johnson from Orlando, Florida, has committed to Virginia Tech.
So this is basketball?
Basketball. He's
Sweet.
A year ago, he got 17.3 points per game and currently 11.4 points per game.
Wow. What's his measurements? How tall?
He is 6'5", 190.
Nice. Sounds like a good pick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Saw him on a different video. Anyway, let's talk about Grant Wells for a minute.
Let's do it. So we got the first game of the season coming up, Kent.
That's right, Chase. Grant Wells was named the starter on August 23rd. I was not surprised. I predicted it after the spring game. And for his record, he scored 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, over 2,000 plus yards. He had 4 years experiences. What and Kenron Jones will play. What's your thoughts on that?
I think I'm expecting Grant Wells to improve from last year. You know, we had a lot of close games last year, and we didn't get a chance to play UVA. So, you know, just with all that in mind, I think that we were close to being decent last year, even though it didn't end up that way. But I think just another year under his belt, another off season, and another year with all the coaching staff, I'm expecting good things. You know, I'm expecting to see an improvement. Uh, it's this game Saturday. It's going to be exactly a year from the last time we played ODU. So it's exactly 365 days. So um, I don't know. I mean, I didn't get a chance to see a lot of Grant Wells this offseason, but just off the fact of him having another offseason, I think the coaching staff would probably did a good fair job of evaluating everybody. And you know, if they're going to name him the starter, I'm behind him. I'm definitely rooting for him. I think
Yeah.
the kid has a super strong arm. I hope to see a little bit better accuracy and decision making this season. But I think he's got the tools to be a solid QB. Just, you know, hopefully the neck up has gotten better. So, what are your thoughts, though, Kent? Let me hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I'm glad this has happened. Grant Wilson, so like I said, I'm not surprised. And Cranron Jones will also play as well. It got mixed reviews. A lot of people wasn't happy, and for all
So,
that.
hey, I want to let the audience know kind of what what kind of Virginia Tech fan I am. You know, because there's different levels of Virginia Tech fans, right? You've got the Kent Reeses of the world who know it up and down, and then you have me who I would consider myself more of a casual fan as far as knowing a lot of the players and a lot of that type of stuff. But when it comes to just being supportive and rooting for the Hokies and pulling for them in every single sport, I'm right there at the top. But I don't always have the best knowledge, so I'm going to rely on you a little bit, Kent, to kind of maybe fill me in and all the other casual fans who may not know all the players and their backstory. So tell me about Cameron Jones. I'm pretty out of the picture on him. Just catch me up.
Cameron Jones is a transfer from Baylor. He transferred from Baylor. He's pretty raw. He's a former 4-star recruit coming out of high school. He got hurt his senior year, half his senior year. So he's pretty raw. And think about the fan base. They don't negative reasons. They're gonna see his that 4-star and expect him to be the starter. If that was the case, he probably won the job full time at Baylor. But the coaches gave him great praise. They love him. It's been the fall. He did pretty good at a couple of practices. He did well. and a chance probably could have beat Grant Wells, but Grant Wells come up and got on top. Now
So
that's
would
a
you
big,
say more people were hoping Jones would be the starter?
yeah. The probably to look at that fourth star and assuming that was going to happen.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming he's dual threat.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's playing on good. It's just Grant Wells is still ahead of him in the passing game, and he
Yeah.
will play. So I expect him to play. Play.
Maybe they'll give him some different looks, like in the red zone. You know, when they want to switch it up and have that dual threat. You know, do you think that might be a case?
That can replace, but don't. Here's the deal, Chase. This is not the first time Virginia Tech played two quarterbacks. We probably
True.
remember Quincy Patterson and
Yep.
Hooker.
Yep. Yep.
That worked that well. You should not run the football too much. He needs to throw it sometimes because
What was they would put him in some like shotgun runs? You know, he was the transfer from what, Texas Tech, I think.
Baylor.
Baylor. Well, I know they brought in Burmeister, but they had that guy. Is that the guy I'm talking about with the long hair?
Was it? No, it's Connor Bobick from Texas Tech.
Yeah. So could you see this guy being in a role like him, or a little bit bigger, maybe?
Maybe a little bit more bigger.
Okay.
All back in time, Virginia Tech did well to its Marcus Vick and Brian Randall. That didn't do so well either. He did pretty good, but from 2003, that wouldn't do so well. Winning 8-5 record. In 2004, Brian Randall got the starting job, and Marcus Vick started 1 year in 2005. In 2007, it was Tyrod. Did you watch the 2007 season?
Yeah, I watched some of it. Was that when Sean Glennon was with us, or was
It was
he with
Sean
Logan
Glennon and
Thomas?
Tyrod Taylor, and they both like switched off the quarters.
Yep. Yep, I remember that. I
And
definitely remember that. So yeah, this isn't new for Tech.
What you say?
I was saying this isn't new for Tech to have those
No, it's
multiple
not.
quarterbacks in.
That work. There's some arguments, and probably a lot of Tech fans probably disagrees with me that Tyrod probably could have redshirted because Sean Glennon was the guy, but fans was demanding he would start. And he did, and it did work. He threw 5 touchdowns. Tyrod threw 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, and it did very well with that. So I like it. Then Tyrod ended up replacing him, Sean Glennon, in 2008. In history, it is. Hello, you there? Yeah, I can hear
Can you hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear.
I was just saying, I'm still rooting for Grant Wells. You know, I know they put him as a starter, so I got full faith behind him. And then, I guess if he's not getting the job done, let's hand the keys over to Jones and see what he can do.
That we just got wait and got some good wide receivers around them both. Jalen Lane, Ali Jennings, Rashawn Tua. Those guys are doing
Who
well.
who is our wide receiver 1, 2, and 3, Kent? Like, what's the depth chart kind of like on that?
It's gonna be Ali Jennings, Jalen Lane, Darkon Wright, and and Tucker and Stephen Gosnell. No, I
Okay.
think it's on top of Darkon Wright. I gotta relook at it. It's on Twitter. You follow Andy Bitter on Twitter. He got the depth chart. And then you got Tucker Holloway's the backup. I'm assuming you're frozen. Still dear Chase. Disclaimer, everybody. Some places the Chase could lose some signal. We hope we can have. You good?
How about now?
You good?
Yeah, I think I might be for a few dead spots. So if I lock up, you just keep on going.
All right.
So
You get.
what are your predictions on the game though, Kent?
I get the down. Let's talk about what's it called? Nick Gallo. Nick Gallo is still the number one tight end. He's on the captain list, but the people looking to replace that kind of right or bench Gosnell. I like them both. Bench Gosnell's a former 4-star recruit. Come out of high school. He's the brother of Stephen Gosnell. He's a redshirt freshman. I hear broad things in practice. I think they both would do pretty well.
That's good.
Like
That's good.
Nick Gallo, he's questionable, so they got to wait on see him.
And what is his injury? What they end up finding out?
They don't know. He hasn't found
Don't
out
know.
yet.
Gotcha. So he's questionable to start Saturday.
Yeah, it could be a couple of weeks.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully it's nothing too serious. Maybe it was just an ankle sprain or something like that he can bounce back.
All right, okay. Anything you got that like to add? We're going to talk about the preview at Old Dominion in a few minutes. Wait.
Okay.
You got something to say before we begin this preview?
Well, just before we get into it, I was doing a little bit of research on ODU, and I saw that because I didn't really keep up with them much last year, but I wanted to kind of see how they did, and they didn't have a good season last year at all. They only had 3 wins, and one of their wins was against us. So I think they always come into Blaine Stadium, or whenever we play them, they always come in with a chip on their shoulder, because a lot of those guys probably wanted to be a Tech player or were recruited by Tech but didn't get picked. So I feel like they come in with a good sense of urgency and just that chip on their shoulder.
Yeah.
So, but they just entered the Sun Belt Conference. Is that
Yeah,
right?
the Sun Belt Conference.
Right. So they they did struggle. Their wins against us. We got to take care of business. We got
Keys.
to be back the top dogs and get up. Just so we can get the season started right and get the team aligned for what we want. Um, so yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of research and looked up some of the players and kind of what they're looking like. So I'm ready to jump in whenever you are, Kent, on the game
All right,
preview.
yeah, the game preview.
What's tell the folks like the time and all that good stuff.
Okay, first
is it in a night game?
Tech and Old Dominion we played each other 4 times. Virginia Tech and Old Dominion is 2-2. We 2-0 in Lane Stadium and they 2-0 at Old Dominion. They play Saturday 8 p.m. on the ACC Network, or you can check it out on the ESPN app. And the quarterback, Huff, what's his name? Handon Wolf will not return. Handon Wolf was the quarterback from last year for only 234 yard completions and 402 on 2 attempts, 2,900 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 6 receptions. Their new quarterback, Grant Wilson, was named starter. He was been a backup from Franklin University. The offensive coordinator was KB. I can't pronounce his name. Do you know his offensive coordinator?
I don't know. I didn't see that part.
This is Rick Ramaswamy. Raheem. Second season as the head coach. His offensive coordinator, Grant Wilson, offensive coordinator, is in the same college from Feline University. He's 81 yards and two touchdowns. 2021 is 68 70, 52 yards, 0 touchdowns. He's 88% this year, coming last year as a backup quarterback. It was a pretty tight race, and Grant Wilson was in that confidence in him, and it looked like they like him.
Yeah. How do you know how they look as far as running backs and receivers? Are they strong in those areas, or what's ODU's strong suits this year?
They got They got a running back named crap, I forgot his name. Current Compton. I can't pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm.
He was get this. He was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. He was committed to Alabama State. And apparently he didn't like being safety, so he transferred to Mississippi. And then he transferred to Old Dominion and played running back. He's a pretty good running back, got a little blind spot on his running scheme. And he can go for the block. We can try to do tight zone on him. That's the way we can shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
And wide receivers is not very much wide receivers. I only got very much on wide receivers. Like I said, a lot of those guys from Old Dominion has transfer. I didn't got information on special teams at Iowa. So what do you think about that? People I mentioned. Oh yeah, they do. I forgot. They do got a linebacker on defense named Stephon Stevens, who's a pretty good. He's a transfer from Duke, played in a North Carolina A&T game last year.
Okay. Okay.
Old
So
Dominion.
yeah, I don't know a lot of those players, but just from what I read, I knew that they did have a lot of people transfer. Especially the big positions like quarterback and things like that. Um, I think that could be a key for us. That they don't have a lot of returners, so I think that it's going to be. That means they might play a little sloppier. We may have a few. I'm going to look for takeaways on the defensive side for us. Hopefully, we can get a few takeaways if they make some mistakes. Um, yeah, I mean, I think that's good news for Tag as far as they have a lot of changes. We just have to make sure we capitalize on our
Yeah,
opportunities. I think they're going to make some mistakes, and we if we can capitalize and make them hurt, then we could maybe dominate them. So, would be great if we were able to dominate them. I think that would make the fan base really happy if we could have a super convincing win. I think it would set the tone of the team and pride. And just all I think all that would be really good. So, what do you?
and
What else you got
I agree.
on
I
the
saw
preview?
Al Jennings press conference. They asked him about he still got a relationship. He said does, but he still talked to those guys in the off season. Al Jennings,
So was he a transfer from Tech to ODU?
yeah, he's a transfer from Old Dominion. Yes,
Okay, gotcha. So he went from us to them.
no, he transferred from ODU to us.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he's like I said, he's talking to his not press conference, and Al Jennings was like talking about he still got connection to his friends from last season, but he's on the too personal. He said it was kind of weird playing against him.
I'm
It,
sure.
it is, but he's excited playing with him.
Well, didn't Eric Kumar do that? He left us to go to ODU, right? A
Yeah,
few
he
years
did.
ago.
He
Yeah,
did.
I feel like those guys know each other because a lot of those guys were probably all playing high school together or getting recruited. So, yeah, hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully he can make it hurt for them.
Hope we don't get no mistakes. If you remember the 2018 season, we lost 49-35. Josh Jackson broke his leg, and our defense would not show up. I think we had defensive players was not ready. One of them was hurt, not Ricky Walker.
Was that the year that ODU had Heineke as quarterback?
I think so. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
Remember?
Which now that we've kind of seen him in the NFL, it doesn't hurt quite as bad losing to him because he's a pretty darn good quarterback, and he's been a really good backup for the Commanders, and I think now I want to say he's with the Falcons. I like the Falcons. I'm pretty sure he's the backup for us right now, so I like him, and it doesn't hurt to know someone has had a pretty decent NFL career to lose. Um, But yeah, we need a different result from 2018. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah, we do.
What was the score last year? Wasn't it a really tight game?
It was 30. We lost 20-17.
By field goal. That's right. And
Yeah, we could have gone. We could have time like a touchdown, but we couldn't.
yeah.
And then the following week, we played Boston College at home. Probably the best game we played last year. 27 to the team.
So I got a question. I got one for you, Kent.
Yeah.
What are your top three things you think the Hokies need to do in order to win? What do you think the three most important things are?
One, don't turn the ball over. Number two, stay. You gotta stay focused. Do not. And number three, do not underestimate your opponent. This is an opportunity of on us to beat them. So we don't.
What do you, I agree. Those are three really good points. Those are three really good points. I hope so. What do you is our offensive coordinator new this year, or is he returning?
Yeah, he's returning. Tyler Bowen, his first time coaching the quarterbacks. He's not leaving. He coached tight ends. He's new coaching the quarterbacks. On paper, it looks bad, but in reality, it's something you can try new. This is,
Do you think we're going to see more vertical passes and things like that instead of screens this year, or what are you expecting from our pass game?
maybe a combination of both. Is us going to depends. We have to wait and see.
I know a lot of people I've talked to get frustrated by the having good weapons on offense, but not really doing many deep throws and just doing a lot of screens and stuff. So I know that's a lot of times what the casual fan sees. So I'm just kind of, I hope we can get some big plays. I think if when we get big plays, obviously it gets the crowd involved, it gets the players hyped up. Hope, man, but I know it needs to be a mix as well. You can't do all big plays, but I hope to see a little bit more, you know, a little bit
And here's the good news, Chase. Expect the run.
more from our past.
Expect the run game to look pretty good by Sean Tula. Like he's from over 1,000 yards last year, and Malachi Thomas expect to look good. If those two guys stay healthy, we're gonna have a pretty good running.
And you know how a good run game that opens up the pass game. So I agree with you. If they do their job, then it's going to make Grant Wells' job a lot
Yeah,
easier.
I'm expecting Sean Tula maybe compared to Darren Evans or Khalil Herbert. He's not David Wilson, he's not Ryan Williams, but he would do the job done.
Well, hey, I would take another Khalil Herbert. He was great for us.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you this because I was reading a little bit, and I did read an article that said that our offensive line might be a little questionable. So, what are your thoughts on our offensive line right now? Do you think
Well,
that they can do the job to have a good run game for us?
there's 3 juniors and 2 redshirt freshmen. Once Jace Hansen is out. He did a medical retired. And you
Mm.
got the Moore brothers. You got Cannon Moore, Parker Clements, his brother Brandon Moore, and Bob Schick. I think that's his name. Those guys been doing pretty good. Ron Cook does a pretty good job coaching them up. It might be a few questionable things for offensive line, but I think the offensive line is going to be fine.
Good, good. Yeah, I mean, so you say it's 3 true freshmen that'll be starting?
2 redshirt freshmen and 3 juniors.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that's a decent mix. That's a decent mix of experience. I don't know all the guys on the offensive line, so I don't know like how if they are a big offensive line or if we've got some giants out there. But I mean, that's a good mix of returners and new guys. So
Yeah, one junior of Schick was a backup to Jess Hansen, so he's going to be. He got 27 snaps last year, so he's going to be pretty. We got to wait and see on. He looked pretty good. He's been working hard coming to Brent Pry.
good, good. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. I know it takes a good offensive line to, that's usually one of the most important things, right? Can you hear me, Kent?
Hello? Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you hear
you.
me? Okay. I do. It looks like I have a kind of a weak signal right now. So you go ahead and talk a little bit since I got a weak signal.
Well, Chase, we got a Rick signal. I just want to say, see here. I believe that this year is going to be pretty good job. I do want to see Grant Wells. Man, he needs to do well. I like to see him play three, three, three quarters. I don't want to see all 4 quarters. I want to see Drones, maybe Pop Watson comes in there and do well. Come in. I want the score to be a big old blown out.
That's what I want to see. I would love to see a blowout to where we can sit in and let them get some early reps and stuff like that. I'm totally with you. And I think that we've been, the fans need a little bit of something, just to lift everybody up. I think a big win, a big blowout win. Let's beat them by 20 or 30 points. Let's make it convincing. I think that would shut up a lot of rumors that are negative about Tech, and it would put us back onto the path of being relevant again. You got to get this win first. This it's sad that we have to say that, but it's one of the first games of the year. Tech should always be winning our first few games of the year. That's just the type of team we are. This type of program. So got to get back to those winning ways, man. Those winning habits that Beamer, Foster, and all those guys have put in
Yeah.
over the years.
Fun fact: this is the 30th anniversary of the 1993 season. That was the beginning of Frank Beamer's success.
Wow, 30 years.
What?
30 years. That's crazy.
Independence Bowl 40, Virginia Tech 45, Indiana 20.
That's awesome. That's good history right there. That would be a fun thing to do on the show, Kent. Like maybe have like little fun facts of like, hey, week 2 or week 1 and this year week Tech did this, or you know what I mean. That would be a fun little thing to add into the show. Little history facts that I think people would appreciate. On this date 20 years ago, Beamer
Yeah,
beat
going back in time.
you know what
That's
I mean.
my favorite. Going back in time, 2009, it was Virginia Tech versus Nebraska. We was losing 15-10. It was we was on the 20-yard line or a 10-yard line. Tyrod Taylor was looking. Tyrod Taylor was looking around, allowing his legs. Danny Cole was wide open. Throw to Danny Cole. Danny Cole runs to the 3rd-yard line and got out of bounds. Tyrod Taylor got sacked from the 10-yard line. 30 seconds, Tyrod Taylor scrambling, Ravens receivers around, and finally throw it to Darrell Roberts for a touchdown. It was an amazing catch. And the funny part is, Frank Beamer was going to be won 16-15. Frank Beamer was trying to do it. He was high rolling ESPN, and the fan attack. He was not.
Was that a bowl game, Kent?
It wasn't a bowl game. It was Lane Stadium.
Oh wow, we had Nebraska. That's cool.
Yeah,
I had forgot about that game.
Nebraska
Cool.
that year.
Yeah.
And I know what's going on. I guess we lost this game, but Tyrod Taylor in 2011 for a turnaround spin move, turnaround throw to David Wilson to the end zone. That was good. That was a good moment.
I remember that. Who was that against?
That was against Stanford. Stanford beat us.
Yep.
40-12.
Ooh. So not to jump ahead too much, and if you don't want to, we don't have to. But what do you think is our biggest game this season? Who's the biggest opponent we're going to see in your books?
I got to say, I can say, maybe Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Yeah,
That's the homecoming game, I think.
it is.
I think so.
Yeah, that's the
So,
game I'm looking forward. It might look a good matchup. Matchup
yeah,
Florida State looks good. Could be a good one.
yeah. Um, so just like I said, casual fan. We are still in the ACC. Nothing big has changed yet as far as conference realignment. That's all still kind of being talked about right now.
Yeah, it looks like the cook talks of Stanford and California could join the ACC because and SMU because the Pac-12 has gone out of control. And the honest, I
And the
don't
Irish.
what.
You say the Irish?
No, Stanford and California, SMU could join the ACC
Oh wow, that would be wild.
from the West Coast to the East Coast.
Holy cow, that's a lot of money in travel just to travel to all those places, especially those West Coast teams.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
It's kind of skeptical. That I don't know. It's gonna hurt like that. It might not hurt football that much, but it could hurt basketball and Western Olympic sports.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah, especially it's they don't have nearly as much money in the budget. So I agree.
Yeah,
It's all
football.
it's all crazy the way they're talking about it. It could be a lot different in the coming years.
Another thing could be difficult. Like ESPN, is owned by Disney, and it
Hmm.
talks that Disney command contract with Amazon and do a new streaming service that could cost $20 to $30, something like that, to join. What
You think that could they probably show a lot of the sports on ESPN?
a lot? What that I don't know. It could be I don't know. That's really think that's a good thing, or a bad thing if that happens.
I mean,
Virginia Tech football and then what's a college football is
so repeat your question.
what could that mean if Disney and Amazon make a little contract because Disney they down in stocks for a new streaming service which could cost $20. What could that mean for Virginia Tech football and what's college football? People pay that much money for a streaming service? That's the
Well, that's a good question. I mean, your diehard fans probably would if it was a really good service that showed all your games. I don't think I don't think your casual fans are going to want to pay that just to watch 12 games a year of your favorite team. So I don't know. I mean, I think people are kind of subscriptioned out. Everyone's got subscriptions to everything these days. So hard to say. I mean, I'd still want to watch them play, but do I want to spend 20, $30 a month to do it? That's a good question. I mean, I know the way it works now, if you have a cable provider, you can watch a lot of stuff through that ESPN app, which is pretty cool. Um, so, I mean, what are your thoughts? I don't really have a good opinion on it.
I might be the same on you. It could go either way. It could go either way.
Because right
Or
now, the ESPN app is free. If you don't use your premium, it's free. And you can still watch a lot of stuff,
yeah, and the
especially if you have a cable
ESPN
provider. If you
is
have any type of satellite or cable or anything like that, you can watch a lot of stuff.
yeah,
But sometimes those games are blacked out. Like I've had it where I've tried to watch a Virginia Tech game off the ESPN app, and for some reason it would be blacked out in my area. So that type of stuff's frustrating too.
and here's another deal. That's been times when it's not local. That's when you get a blackout, and that has to do with Raycon Sports. Here's some other good
Yeah.
news. The Raycon Sports and the CW's got a deal. So the games on Raycon Sports could be on the CW.
Okay. All right. That is good. That is good. Was that channel 21
Yeah,
for the most
20.
part?
Yeah, it's channel 21.
Yep. Yep.
And in Elwell in Virginia, if you're not living in the Roanoke area of Southside Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia, Blacksburg, Virginia, Southwest Virginia, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be on a different channel. It's gonna be on a different CBS channel. Check your local if that happens.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, did we do any score predictions for the game? Did you? Would you want to do that?
Let's save it a little bit later.
Okay.
You want to try to go an hour or try to go 50
I
minutes?
probably, I have to hop off in a little bit just for some work stuff. So
Okay.
maybe like another 5 or 10 more minutes, and then I may have to jump.
Okay. Then we can do a. Let me know when you we need to get off.
Okay.
But I'm just like I said, I'm being a excited for Virginia Tech. I just can't wait in 2 days or 3 days.
In 3 days. Yep. It's 3 days away. I'm really excited. It's a night game. That's going to be good for us. You know, I'm feeling a little bit of FOMO already not going to the game. I kind of want to go, but who knows? Maybe I'll pull the trigger last second and do it. We'll see.
Oh, Eddie Royal will be there for the ACC Network. We remember Eddie Royal. Remember Eddie Royal?
Oh yeah, receiver.
Yeah, did that kickoff against Clemson back
Yes, sir.
when back before Clemson was all that good today. But
Yeah, yeah. He had a good NFL career too, right?
yeah, with the Chicago Bears. Yep, he did.
Bears. Yeah. Yep. I remember him. He was a good player. So he'll be at the game one for us.
Yeah, he should be with the ACC Network. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's right. He works for them now. Is he like a broadcaster slash reporter, analyst?
He's a commentator, so he like talks about the game and predicts it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Have you heard of any other players that might be there?
Like recruits.
Recruits or former players? Just either or.
I don't know. I had to find out.
I know they usually bring a few back usually, so that's always a good surprise for us to see who comes back. I think we do a good job of bringing players back.
Yeah, we do.
I
Yeah,
hope Michael Vick will make it back to a game this year. Maybe whether it's homecoming or whatever. I hope he can make it back.
tell you one thing. If Massman recruiting, I think Brent Pry. I watched the Halifax versus Person County game. Their running back looks pretty good. I think Brent Pry should go to Roxborough, North Carolina, and recruit their running back.
So shoot Pry a DM on Twitter and let him know you saw some good stuff. Tell him to check out the show and that you're doing some recruiting down south. I think he'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is he a big guy or is he really
he
fast? What do you,
looks
how do you
like
look?
20 pounds. Like that, the offensive line look from person looks really good. We lost 60-20. So
Yeah, I heard it was a blowout. Hey, hey, maybe Pry needs to know about it, man. Shoot him a message.
but, hey, basketball we got Ty Outlaw from Roxborough too.
That's right. That's right. We got ties down in Roxborough for sure.
Yeah, I
And
know.
we have Christian Worley, Halifax playing baseball at
Yeah,
Tech. So we got some Hokie roots down, and Mackenzie Lauder. So shout
yeah.
out to them too from Halifax.
Talk to her. She's not going. She's not going to be not going to. She's not interested in coaching.
She's not.
Nope.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I think if anything, those two help make some noise down for us for Blacksburg. I think they'll always keep an eye on us just to see who we got. You know,
We did. David Wilson from GW High School, and he
and
like
you got
ran.
all the Evans brothers from Danville.
Technically Rango, but and technically you remember Alan Stevens?
Yep.
Yeah, he went to Virginia Tech. Didn't do nothing at Virginia Tech, but he went to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
played baseball with his brother,
like
baseball and basketball.
Alan Stevens was the only one when he was in high school. He was the only one who can tackle David Wilson.
That's insane. That tells you everything you need to know about him.
Yeah, and David Wilson, when he was in high school, I saw a clip on him. He got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct for doing a zone.
For doing a dance in the end zone?
Yeah, he did a backflip in the end zone.
That should be a foul. That's just pure athleticism right there.
I don't know. I guess it's high school football. I guess they want to be.
They don't want you showing off. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Can't showboat as much at that level.
Yeah. Anyway, you
Hey,
got.
well,
What
I
you
got
got?
I got another one for you. How are you expecting the crowd to look Saturday? You expecting a big crowd? You think Lane will be pretty full?
Like I said, I'm expecting the crowd's going to be big, and then I think they're excited for Brent Pry's second season. I think they're going to show up to the game happy, and they're probably going to stay all 4 quarters out. 4 quarters. I think the crowd's going to be good.
Good.
But
Yeah, I think the same thing. I went to the home opener a couple seasons ago for when we played UNC. That first season back from COVID, and that was electric. I know first games usually are pretty, especially if it's a night game, they get pretty electric. I think
yeah,
when I was going to school, I went to a few home openers. They were like noon games, and they were really high. But I think just being so early, the crowds weren't quite as big, and then people would leave. But I think a night game, people are going to stay. It's not as people aren't going to just leave to go home as quickly.
here's one thing, Chase. I was at that game too.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That was electric, man. You remember the interview
Oh, it was great.
that day? I remember that was on ESPN, and they took that video. We were, and man, just the energy in Lane was insane
UNC
that day.
fan got in a fight with some, I guess, some students, something like that. An older guy.
Wow. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me one
Hey,
bit.
if you can't handle a fan base, you don't go.
Exactly. I've sat over there in East Stands before, close to the visitor section, and for the most part, it's always been pretty respectful. I've had a couple times where they tried to talk a little mess, but that's kind of expected.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I'm hoping for a good crowd. Like I said, if we can just get a good win, that's just going to put everything on track for a good season. So, not to put pressure on the team, but I do, in my books, this is a must win. This is a must win for us.
The must win.
Yes, because you know how those commentators and analysts are going to talk about us if we lose. They're going to rip us to pieces.
Yeah,
they pretty much already do that anyways.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. We don't need to be ranking the AP poll. We don't need to be projected to win. We just got to focus on us.
Take care of business every week. Do everything we can in our power to win.
That's what
That's all we can do. That's all we can
all.
do, baby.
Anyway, I don't got nothing else to add. But you got one thing?
Well, I mean, nothing else big to add. I think we should do a score prediction though.
Okay, but I think Grant Wells needs to get after Gary needs to play 3 quarters and a couple of times with drones. We need to send Pop Watson at the backup. Come get him some true freshman Pop Watson to come in. And I'm going to go to score hoping 50 to 10. What you got?
That's good. That's good. I would like to see at least 4 touchdowns and a few field goals. So I'm gonna go 34, and I would love to see them score no more than 15. So 34-15 is what I'm gonna go with.
Okay, that sounds good. I guess that's it. Well, all right, I'm gonna close it out.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, guys. See y'all next time. See y'all Sunday. Next podcast will be Sunday. Thank you for watching the Virginia Tech Football Show on the Virginia Tech Show, Season 1, Episode 1. We see you guys next time. And again, if you like this video, comment, subscribe button, help me out. And again, let's go Hokies.
Let's go Hokies. Thanks for having me, Kent.
Thank you.
See ya.
See ya.